Running from the man, smacked his head, nigga, fuck it. Shrimp legs, lobster tails, crabs in the buck fries. Hot baby oil make your skin boil beat. I remember putting tissue on that toilet seat. Peace, family. This your boy Young Pharaoh, aka Lil Feed the Holy Ghost, and this is Seriously. And this video right here is a YP Higher Perspective review to another let's just say influencer. His name is Freak, I believe, on his social medias, TikTok. And this is a video that he found that I actually want to chime in on to a gentleman. I believe he's 18. I wouldn't care if he was 81 though. You don't treat people like this. But he's being abused by his mom, and she hitting on him while he on live, bragging about how she abused his father, how she's spending all his money on child support and he ain't gonna get none. And she violated him on his birthday. And I'm gonna play the video and then I'm gonna give my higher perspective after, as far as to my social views and opinions and my legal views and opinions, or excuse me, facts and responses. Not an opinion, the law is a fact. To my legal reaction to this and my social reaction to this. So without further ado, here go the video, bam.
She put hands on her son because he was too happy. I'm about to play the video, but a mom is facing backlash after she put hands on an 18-year-old Twitch streamer because he got too loud and happy that another streamer blessed him with 15,000 viewers.
Move!
Look how she hit him.
Go get your stuff. Each
and every time she hit that man is accountable assault.
Out of my room, my house, everything.
This all mine.
Yeah.
She then bragged about how she wiped his bank accounts clean.
Where your phone? I've already emptied out.
I already emptied one of your bank accounts. This is why people get up and unalive their mom.
And that she's about to receive $14,000 in back pay of child support from his dad, and he ain't getting none.
She abusing the shit out of this nigga.
Either way, I'm
Sinner felt bad that he was getting kicked out the house, so now they've all decided to give money to him so that he can go get his own place and, get on his feet. Mind you, the mom was an elementary school teacher, by the way. She didn't even notice that it was 15,000 people watching on the stream her doing this. I'm not sure if he graduated already or he's still...
Alright, so I'm gonna just jump right here and say it. Each and every time that she hit him is a count of assault. So if she hit him 5 times, she should have 5 counts of assault. When she bit the man, that should be another count of assault. If she didn't pierce the skin, it's not battery, it's still assault. But she needs to be criminally charged. And then she needs to be charged with workplace sabotage for trying to humiliate that man on live stream and fuck his money up, because you're going to lose viewers because don't nobody want to see you at home fighting. People want to see you having fun and partying. Nobody want to see you arguing and fighting, but bitches argue and fight with you when you go live on purpose to fuck up your viewership. And that's why you write that. Hold on. I just call her the N-word, but I don't want to get flagged. But I called her N-I-G-G-E-R. Fuck her. That's what she is. Fuck her. And so write that N-I-G-G-E-R ass bitch to fuck up. Fuck her. Write that bitch up for assault, domestic terrorism, mental and emotional abuse in the form of domestic battery, because that's her son and they live together. And write that bitch up with public humiliation and hit that bitch with criminal negligence, because you putting him in a position where if he get too embarrassed, he might commit suicide and kill himself. So hit her with criminal negligence for that. Hit that bitch with workplace sabotage, and that bitch going to the feds for deleting his bank account, and the dollar amount was over 10,000. So you deleted this nigga bank account and the federal prosecutor got to reimburse that man. Okay, bitch, you going to jail for workplace sabotage and criminal negligence. Watch how criminal negligence become a federal crime real fast. Watch how a misdemeanor become a federal crime because the dollar amount is over 10,000. Oh, okay, so your son had $15,000 in it and you deleted it on his birthday because you mad he getting pussy? Let's keep it real. A lot of these mothers is incestual and they be raping their sons and abusing their sons. And then when you try to date a bitch or go have fun, they abuse you. Let's just get right to it. Let's get right to it. That's how my family was. My family ain't let me have no hoes. They ain't let me have no friends. I couldn't go outside. My motherfucker, the same shit he was going through, I went through worse. I remember my aunt fucking bashed my fucking head on the floor like 10 times in a row till I smelt blood and woke up at 2 in the morning in a pitch black room. I thought I was dead. I thought I was walking around as a ghost. The only reason I didn't think I was a ghost any longer is because I walked into the fucking table, and when I hit the table, I realized I was downstairs in the living room. So when I tell you, I have never been abused by a black man at all. I have never been abused by a black man at all. If I have, I do not remember. That's how long, I would have to been like, if I got abused by a black man, I had to be like 4 or 5 years old. I had to be so small I don't remember. Obviously, people did shit to me when I was a kid, But as I got up in age and I became strong enough to fight and defend myself, mainly all of my turmoil came from not just black women, but women that was directly either my actual mother or people that was related to my mother. So I say to say this, don't ever think that these hoes is not the enemy. They is. It's not a stranger on the street. It's the motherfucker that you in the house with right now that's doing all of the crime. And they doing it underneath the guise of being your family. Just like on P-Valley. Remember when that bitch went on that stage and stripped for all that money and her mother came and took that money in the name of the church? Man, fuck that bitch mama. If that was my daughter, I would have wrote that bitch up and asked and I execute that bitch. His mother if I was his father, I would ask that this bitch be executed for domestic terrorism. That's what the fuck that is. Let's look up the definition of terrorism right now. So y'all don't think I'm just capping. Let me help and pause this. I ain't mean to cut that on. I ain't mean for that to come on. Watch this. Terrorism. Terrorism definition. Terrorism is the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, to achieve political, religious, or ideological goals. Exactly. That's exactly what the fuck she doing. She bullying this nigga out of having a career as a streamer so she could do what the fuck she want to do. When in reality, she could do what the fuck she want to do without even bothering him, but she just don't want him to have no money. She don't want him to be successful, and she don't want him to be independent because she sabotaged his father. Now she trying to sabotage him. And if you think if you think these women in this country is not evil enough to betray their own kids, nigga, think again. These hoes, betraying their kids is easy to them now. They on a whole nother level of evil. So with that being said, man, I'm telling you right now, I'll write that bitch up and schedule that bitch for execution. Yeah, get that young man $1 million, keep him off the streets, invest in his live stream, give his ass $250,000 and execute his mother or put that bitch in prison for 40 years. Bye, ho. Because what his mother is doing to him on live stream, if a motherfucker off the street came and did that, they would be in Guantanamo Bay. So people think just because they your family or because you in a relationship with them, they can do shit to you, that if they did it to anybody else at any point in time, you would be going to a military prison for that type of shit. No. Hell to the no. Like I said, no. That's the same type of shit my mother and her family did to us. Beat us, took us to crack houses, let people abuse us, and then hid it underneath the fact that they was our mother. 90% of the abuse in my life would have never happened if my mother didn't open the door for the shit. And if her family didn't open the door for the shit. So I feel for this young gentleman. And I'm glad everybody sent him some bread to get him in the apartment. I say a federal prosecutor needs to step in, cut that man a $250,000 check to keep him off the street. Or at minimum, cut that man a $15,000, $20,000 check. Give him back the money that his mother sabotaged and deleted. And take that bitch right to prison. Fuck that bitch. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. You don't abuse nobody like that. But you know how sick. Listen to me. I'm going to end this here. I have never abused a motherfucker in my life. It's not in me to do. I think it's a waste of time. I would just rather you get the fuck out of my room and let somebody come in here that agree with my behavior. Fuck that. I'm not arguing with you to convince you with no shit. You don't want to be healthy? Get the fuck out. You don't want to be vegan? Get the fuck out. You want to be grimy and do grimy shit? Get the fuck out. Like, nigga, just get the fuck out. This is a virtuous room in here. I'm not with that. But I said to say this. His mother needs to be in prison or she needs to be executed. Because if that wasn't his mother and she was doing that, she would be in Guantanamo Bay. So how does she get it passed? Because that's his mother. If anything, she needs to be in more trouble because, bitch, we expect a stranger not to have no loyalty. But you are his mother and you don't have no loyalty. She should be in more trouble for the fact that she's doing that as his mother. And this is what I was finna say before I go. You got to be a sick-ass bitch to be able to abuse your own kids. Because I've never abused a motherfucker. But if I do, it ain't going to be my kids. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. I've never been a bully or none of that. You don't get no good energy from that. I'm never even going to try it. I got better shit to do in my life. I'd rather be getting some pussy. But I'm going to tell you what. If I was going to bully somebody, it would never be my children or my team or my circle. So you got to be a sick-ass demonic motherfucker in the head to be able to abuse your husband and abuse your child. That's yours. It's yours. I'm not saying it's okay to do shit to people that you don't know, but imagine feeling that comfortable to be that level of evil to motherfuckers that you live with every day. So like I said, man, round that bitch up, wrap that bitch up, execute that bitch is what I recommend. And if not, Keep dealing with that. I ain't dealing with that. And if I find out a bitch doing that to my kids, bitch, I'm dragging you if I have to into the international criminal courts, and I'm asking that you be executed right in front of Kim Jong-un. I'm not playing with you. So, bitch, don't hit mines, bitch, and don't abuse mines. Like I said, no disrespect. A lot of these women don't want to admit it. I'm gonna be real. They are intentionally sabotaging these households and then acting like it's somebody else. That's not no white officer abusing that man at no traffic stop. And this is why the government feels so comfortable abusing motherfuckers, because they spying on you all day and seeing that you don't have no family support. So what happens when that young black man drive through a white neighborhood and the police already know his mama ain't shit? She ain't gonna bail him out. She ain't gonna come to his defense or nothing. His daddy gone. She done already wiped his daddy out. Now when a motherfucker come run down on him, she not gonna help him. They know she not gonna help him. She took his money so he can't bail himself out. You done clipped his father. You done fed this nigga literally to the worst wolves you could feed him to, and you know you did it, bitch. And you acting like you don't know you did it. So like I said, clip that bitch. Indict that bitch. Pull that bitch in front of a grand jury. Get that bitch a fair and speedy trial. And give her all her constitutional rights. Don't do nothing dirty. And get a clean conviction out that bitch. Get that bitch 40 years. Period, bitch. Get that bitch 40 years. Or execute that bitch. Or handle it however he want to handle it. He might not want to handle it like that. But I'm telling you, if it was mine, that's how I wanted to go. I want to see you gone, bitch. You hit my baby, bitch. I want you gone. Watch what I'm telling you right now. I want you gone, bitch. I want you gone for all of eternity, bitch. You're gone. Like I said, there's no excuse for that. That nigga ain't doing shit that you couldn't have wrote it down or text that nigga or had a conversation with that nigga about. And then she bit the man. So hitting him wasn't enough. You bit the nigga. That's barbaric. You understand? To grab your son's face and bite your goddamn son, and you did it in front of the world. Bitch, you a scumbag. That's how hard that she thinks she is. That she could abuse her son in front of the world. I want y'all to understand her mentality. This is how y'all might say, for real, your punishment suggestion is brutal. No, it's not. My punishment suggestion really is something I can't say on her. I'm gonna get flat. So I'm keeping it clean. She really need to get that work though. Imagine how sick in the mind you gotta be to feel comfortable abusing your child and doing it in front of 347 million strangers. You know how sick in the fucking head you gotta be? You gotta be sick in the fucking head. Like, why is this bitch walking around? Why is she she's a teacher at an elementary school, but you comfortable biting a kid's face on a live, trying to embarrass him, but you bit. You know how barbaric that is? Dogs get put down for biting. You know that? You know, if you got a dog and it don't even gotta rip the skin, it could nip. A dog catcher gonna come put that dog down. So this bitch just did something that dogs get literally unalive for doing to kids, to her own kid on camera in front of 340 million people. And y'all gonna give her the excuse of, well, that's your mother. Man, I'll clip my mother. Bitch, my mother gone. I mean, I'm gonna fuck with me. If I get a letter right now in the mail that say my mother dead, good. Fuck the bitch. Fuck her. Fuck her. And I'm telling you now, if you don't feel like that, nigga, you gonna keep getting that work, nigga. These hoes is brutal. They don't give a fuck about nothing but food stamps and motherfucking child support. Nigga, your ass would be dead outside, froze to death, nigga, or nigga dead, nigga, whatever they call it, pneumonia in the rain. That's how much your mother give a fuck about you, nigga. So when nigga, like I said, nigga, you want me to tell you what to do, nigga, I'm gonna tell you, nigga, you already doing what you need to do. But if you wasn't streaming, or I wasn't streaming, nigga, I tell you, nigga, we trapping. I don't trust my mama. So whoever that young gentleman is, keep doing your thing, nigga. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, nigga, if that bitch sabotage your motherfucking career, nigga, start trapping, nigga. I'm telling you that. Start trapping. Because that's what she trying to do. She trying to fuck your money up. She mad that you her son and you younger than her, but you getting more money than niggas that's her age. That's what she mad at. And she mad that you really don't fuck with her, so you not gonna spend the money on her like you would, because she mean as hell to you. So she mad that you ain't whining and dining her like you want to, but she disrespected the fuck out of you. So now she's just trying to ruin your life. So I'm telling you now, she gonna try to ruin your life, and these race-ass motherfuckers ain't gonna do their job fast enough to save you. They gonna purposely act like they don't see her doing it, then come at the last minute and try to help you like they did me. So you gonna have to survive that. Then once you survive that, like I did, you busting. But just in case you don't survive that, nigga, start trapping. Start trapping. Start trapping, nigga. Don't feel bad about it, nigga. When you go to court, nigga, bring it to start. This is why I'm not about to starve to death, but I'm also not committing a violent crime against anybody. I'm not robbing anybody, nobody, but I'm selling, like I said, nigga, start trapping. Don't let your mother ruin your motherfucking life. And that's if she did. But if she did, nigga, good. And to all of the mothers out there, I'm letting y'all know right now, I got a template for your ass. And if I catch you doing some shit like this, I'll write it up my damn self and send it in. I don't play that. So, I'm going to end this video right here. That bitch need to be executed immediately. immediately. That bitch should be executed immediately. Why should she be executed? Because you have fallen so low in your own mind that you would do something that's considered a war crime, not to a stranger, but to your own child. That's why she need to go. Because normally when you do brutal shit, you do it to somebody that you'll never see again. Not saying that that's an excuse, but that's mostly why people do it. Because they feel like, well, shit, I'll never see you again. And I'm not saying that that's okay, but that makes sense. But imagine doing something brutal to a motherfucker that you getting up every day and looking at. This is your son. This is he came out your pussy. Man, get that bitch up out of here. Bye, ho. Bye. Man, get that bitch the fuck. Wow. Get that bitch the fuck out of here. And make it nasty for him. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'd get that bitch the fuck out of here fast if that was my son. My son called me and tell me that some shit like that. That bitch, it's not nobody in the world that could get in front of me and stop me. At all. That bitch need to go to prison for, that bitch need to go to prison for the same shit she'd go to prison for if that wasn't her son. She need to go there, she need to get in more trouble for the fact that that is her son. Yes, you need to be in more trouble when you do barbaric shit to people that is your actual family. Not saying that you're not going to get in trouble if you do it to a stranger, but the fact that you could psychologically accept that level of brutality applicated to your own children, you need to be gone. Because why the fuck would I trust this bitch? This bitch is a school teacher. I got permission to open a university. Is I'm doing it? No. Because I'm scared of shit like that. And it's the same motherfucker, Ferry. You don't want to hire no black woman. You don't love no black woman. Black women will run your motherfucking business to the ground, nigga. They will ruin your motherfucking life. I'll be to hire that bitch, nigga. She grown and she mature and she'll be in there biting one of y'all kids or beating the shit out of one of y'all kids. You can't even trust this bitch. Stop playing with me, man. And she's a school teacher. She's a school teacher. Just like on goddamn To Catch a Predator, all of the goddamn predators is the damn police and judges and DAs. So what is the common denominator here in America? That all of the predators is government officials and all of the abusive ass women is DAs and teachers. Ooh. Get rid of that bitch. Fuck her. And so with that being said, that's my suggestion. Indict that bitch immediately and flush that bitch down the prison drain as far as you can flush that whore. If he want that. Because at the end of the day, you got to handle it the way he want it. And if he don't want that, then handle it how he want it. But I'm telling you now, nigga, I'm throwing you a bone. I blaze my mama for that. Period. I blaze my mama for that. A blazer. Write that bitch up and ask that bitch be executed. If not, that bitch better go to prison for nothing less than 20 fucking... I'm telling you right now. I'm not playing. I'll rack that bitch up. That's domestic terrorism, man. You might say I'm inflating and I'm not. I just read the motherfucking definition of terrorism and you know the definition of domestic already. You're abusing the fuck out of your son so that way he doesn't have a career or a respectable image or a proper sense of self-esteem when he gets older, so that way you can further whatever fucking ideology or religious agenda that you have. That is the literal definition of terrorism. And since it's your son, it makes it domestic. Because if you was doing it to somebody you didn't know, it would just be terrorism. You would be a terrorist. But since you're doing it to somebody you know, it's considered domestic terrorism. She needs to go to jail for domestic terrorism. But if that's extreme, if y'all think that that's extreme, because I know y'all like them little pats on the hands. That's why this country out of control. Hit the bitch with domestic violence. At minimum, she needs to be charged with domestic violence and workplace sabotage. In the form of however many counts of assault, meaning however many times she hit that man, plus the bite. Then she needed the workplace sabotage is to help him get his money back, because the bitch closed the nigga bank account knowing he had over 15 bands in there. So now the FBI got to cut him a check and then she gonna have to owe them. This the same situation I'm in. Motherfucker stole $1.8 million from me and then closed my bank account. FBI already came to my house about it. So now guess what? Here go my money back and then y'all going to prison. And now y'all owe the FBI. Motherfucker, stop playing. Bye. Fuck you, bitch. Stop stealing. And so with that being said, that's how he need to handle that. That's how this shit need to get handled. I'm telling you, I'll light that bitch up in court. And that bitch is in trouble. Bitch, you deleted financial revenue. That's delaying interference of legal mail. That's a federal crime, bitch. Yeah, deleting money. How the fuck you supposed to do his taxes? How is the IRS and the FBI supposed to account for where there's money at? Imagine your employer imagine your boss you make $30,000 a year, and then your motherfucking mother delete. She just close your bank account with $5K. That's gonna fuck your manager got to be able to prove an account that he gave you the money. So now, or she. So now what if your boss go to do his or her taxes and they say, well, what did you do with $20,000, ma'am? Oh, I gave it to my employee. This is my number one employee. Okay, well, where's it at? It ain't nowhere because they deleted the fucking record of it. Okay, that's a federal crime. Stop playing. Anytime you play with money or documents that have to do with finance or revenue, it's automatically federal. I don't know if y'all know that. Just like if you go to a bank with a fucking $10 check, they don't give a fuck if the check is $10. You falsified documentation. This is a forged check. Bitch, the feds is coming. They want to know who the fuck wrote on that. The feds is going to always force you to confirm legibility on documentation, especially if it got $1 on it, let alone $9,999 plus dollars. Get that bitch the fuck out of here. And I'm telling you, I'll throw that bitch I'll throw that bitch down there. I wouldn't give a fuck if I never saw that bitch again. Bye, bitch. Get that bitch the fuck out of here. Straight up. And get that young man his justice. And if he don't want his justice, that's his decision. But I know I want mines. Period. Period. And with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's worse than what the fuck we thought it was. It ain't that. It is worse than what we thought it was. Admit that to yourselves. And with that being said, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I would never get that bitch pregnant. Fuck that bitch. I wouldn't even live next door to that bitch. And with that being said, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. It's the Holy Ghost, froze.
Feed my father if he's starving and his ghost hungry. Hope my father know I love him if his ghost hungry. Niggas really getting down where I'm from. Bitches in it for the clout where I'm from. Gang, you can't say the name where I'm from. Cause the FBI didn't game where I'm from. Where I'm from, remember running from the feds. Cock the mag on them fucking shrimp legs, lobster tails, crabs and